Alright, we got the Keltec PMR30. We've already checked it. Nothing in the magazine well, nothing in the chamber. Now, when you go ahead and rack it back, and you're going to put the safety on it, the safety will not go on without it racked back. So go ahead and rack it back, put the safety on. Once we do that, we're going to push this pin from the right hand side that away, toward the left hand side. So we're going to push this pin right here that away. Now you can start it with your finger, and your fingernail's not going to go all the way. So just grab something that's small enough to go through that hole. Alright, now if you see my fingers over here, I'm pushing it through my fingers, and my fingers will actually catch that. So now my fingers have got it. I'm going to sit it to the side. Now we're just going to slide this forward. We're going to pull it off just like that. Set the frame to the side. It's ready to clean. Now the slide is different. It is not like most of your other guns. Basically the spring and rod is, most guns will come this way. This one we have to push that away and then pull up. So we're going to grab it right in here. We're going to start pushing that away. And you've got to get a really good grip down on it. There we go. Pull it up. And it's got the it's got your recoil spring. Remember how that goes on there. This end toward the back, this end that looks a little bit different. It's got kind of a little groove right in here. I know that's hard to see on camera, but it is different from this end. So pay attention to that, because you need to know which way that's going to go back together. And you've also got, this is what they call a buffer. You need to hold on to that and make sure you don't lose your buffer as well. Now we're going to take the barrel, and we're going to pull this little cap basically off. Then we're going to pull your barrel up, give it a good wiggle, and out. Again, paying attention to how this come apart. It's got, like, you've got a little bit, it only fit in one way, but you don't want to put it upside down. So if we look at it like this, it's basically flat with the barrel on the bottom, and there's a little bit of step on top. The flat part goes to the top of the frame. That's how we're going to put it back together. So now we can go clean it, and then we can come back and we put it back together. Hey, if this video has helped you out any, please go ahead at this point and like and subscribe to our channel. This helps the algorithms, so other people, if they're looking for this particular gun or different gun to disassemble and reassemble for cleaning, it helps them see it on YouTube. So if you would, just do us a favor and go ahead and like and subscribe. If this has helped you out some, we'd really appreciate that, because it would help a lot of other people. Thanks. Alright, so we're going to put it back together, and basically we're going to go in and down. So we're going to go in the barrel hole, the big hole. We're going to go in, and you're going to wiggle it around. Make sure it goes in like that. Now your this little cap right here, we've got little notches. If you can see a little notch right here, there's little notches on the frame, and those little notches have to line up for it to go back on there. So you're gonna have to line all this up. In fact, you've got your you've got notches here, and you've got notches there, and then you've got notches back here. So it can line up a couple of different ways. So I went toward the front. If you saw that, comes out here, goes in right at the front, and all your notches and stuff have to line up, and then it will slide back. That takes a little getting used to with your notches on your firearms, not just this one, but a lot of them, to learn how the notches sit, because you've got to line this and this up here and here. They've got a seat in, plus they've got a seat in that notch, and then it goes back just like that. For some of you, that's going to take a little bit, but it's not that bad. Alright, now you've got your little buffer. You see your large radius here and your smaller radius here. Your large radius goes down towards your barrel. Your smaller radius, let's see, let me hold this so you can see that. See how it goes just like that? It looks like that it seats around your barrel right there, and then you can see how it seats around the hole right there. And now, remembering which side you took this apart at, this one, look, this side, the front side has like a the rod coming into the piece here, where this side is just the rod, just a one single piece. So you can tell this is two pieces and this is not. So this part goes toward the rear. So we're going to take the part that looks like two pieces, we're going to put it toward that hole right there. We're going to seat it into that hole. Now get here so you can see this. We're going to push on this, and then we're going to push down in its little seating area, and then it just clips. It kind of clips around and in, so it will go back, around, and in, and then it will kind of snap in, and that's properly seated. I know it's hard to see on the camera, but it's down in there. Make sure you have your buffer tube and everything here. And all that buffer, what it does is when this goes forward, it buffers against that. So if you're doing a lot of shooting with your PMR, you want to check on that buffer, and you'll need to replace that buffer as needed, because if you don't, it will actually start damaging your gun. That is there to prevent your gun from being damaged. There's several guns that have buffers like that in them, and you want to make sure you keep them changed out as needs be. Alright, so we're going to sit this kind of on the frame. Now, this one isn't like a lot of the others, because this one doesn't start your actual grooves until they're actually down in here. You're not going to be able to see that, but just go ahead and sit it on your frame. Alright, we slid it back. Now you see this hole right there. We align the hole. If it's forward, got your hole aligned right there. Now we're aligning this to that, so we're basically putting, and you have to have it seated all the way back. And what you can do is we can look through here, see if we can see it. No, I don't think we're going to catch it on the camera. Yep, there it is. So you see how that's not it, see how it just passed and it went on. Alright, so we caught that on camera, so those holes are aligned, and we just start seating this in, and you just push it. It's fairly easy to go back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the safety off, rack it, click, rack, click, rack, click, and we're good to go. So that's the Keltec PMR30 completely reassembled to load and start doing some shooting. Thanks for checking out our video. If you're local to the Anderson, South Carolina area, we teach concealed weapons classes on a monthly basis. Check us out at www.defensetraining.org. If you're not local to us, we also make holsters. defensetraining.org/holsters. We make ambidextrous in the waistband holsters at this point. Check us out, and thanks for watching.